Alright, this is going to be a quick one. I've got a lot on. I'm very busy. I don't know what's going on. Everyone's talking Metallica, Kate Bush. Things have never been stranger. But it's the theme of the series that I want to have a look at today. I've loved it since day one, that throwback 80s retro vibe with all those synth sounds. But you know, you can pick that C major 7 arpeggio straight away. And I love the way that hovers over the entire thing. I mean, it's only really two chords. It's C to E minor, right? But when the chord goes to E minor, the arpeggio stays on the C major 7, which is really interesting because you've got this C note that keeps creating tension over the E minor chord, which is the chord that shouldn't have tension. Anyway, let's have a quick look at it. Let's see if we can loop it up. So all I'm doing there is playing that C major 7 arpeggio up here at the 7th position. So I'm starting on my second finger on the 8th fret, C note, to the E note, 7th fret on the A string, 10th fret on the A string, and our major 7th, the B note, on the 9th fret of the D string. Then we hit the root note again, the C note, on the 10th fret of the D string. So look, if you do nothing else but play that for the minute or however long the theme goes, well, that's a great little practice regime right there. Yeah, it's a good little shape. It's very useful and it's relentless. You know, you've got to keep it in time. You've got to try and be really even. If you want it to sound like a synth, try and get every note really even in volume and attack. On my loop pedal there, I'm hitting to give a nice that little heartbeat pulse beat that the whole thing has. So I'm putting that on a short loop. I've got my third track set up independent of its length to the other two tracks. So I can make that 1 bar or 2 bars of music that'll keep looping, and the others could still be 8 bars or 16 bars or whatever I need for the particular song. So on that, I'm 4 beats of that, and then straight over the top. So that just keeps repeating throughout the entire thing. So then I go over and play a nice C major 7, and to me it sounds like the highest note that we can hear in the nice keys pad there is the B. So I'm just strumming the middle 4 strings. 3, 2, 0, 0, C, E, G, B. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. That's an E minor. Same thing, I'm only strumming down to the B note because it sounds to me like that's the kind of melody that we're hearing over the top, if you can call it that. Now, I'll also mention that I've got my Boss Super Octave pedal on there, giving me some more bottom end in the bass notes. So after I've recorded those two chords, then what I did was turn the volume down. I have to use a pick because this is my volume slider is shoved right in from years of mistreatment. And as you can see, I've had to shove a twisty packet in with my battery because this unit is so old that the battery compartment keeps losing contact and I have to press on it mid-gig to get it to reconnect. But One night in desperation at a gig, I shoved a twisty packet in there and it's worked for ages. So I'm really not looking forward to when the battery dies and I have to change it. Ah, dear, oh dear. Hey, Maiten, if you're watching this, maybe help me out with a new AP5. Okay, so then I hit the distortion. I started recording on the next track and my little Keeley distortion pedal, and I played this little 5 chord, like an E note and a B note, 5th fret on the B string, 7th fret on the E string. Hit that and then slid that slider back up with the distortion on it, so it comes in with that kind of synthy sound. Then I'm doing a nice high C5 chord. You could do the same shape down at 1 and 3. I did it at 5 and 8 on the G and B strings. As the production builds, we've got C major 7, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, a D5 to E minor, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, G to lead us back to the C. So just for the last beat of the C, we go to a D, and then for the last beat of the E minor, we go to a G. And then I stopped the loop and did that wonderful, those dotted 8th notes to bring us down to the B, which really tries to build some tension there. And then I did what one of my favorite effects built into the Boss RC300 is just called a filter. It rolls off all the tops, it really muffles it to a different degree using that expression pedal. So then using that until we turn that off and come back in with that. Trying to duplicate the riff, but I can't play that note another octave lower, so I just play 2 E notes. And a big E minor strum. So that's E, E, G, so 3rd fret, B, 2nd fret, C, 3rd, B, 2nd, G, and an E minor strum at the end. So there you go. Go and get that in your looper. I mean, that's just takes 5 minutes to play around with that. And then you can solo over it. Don't forget to thumb one in softly for me. And subscribe if you like. And ring that bell so you don't miss out on these things. I've got a huge, awesome clip coming up in the next week, so you don't want to miss that one.